I have I found a guilty pleasure the past couple weeks, and I really don't even know if I want to admit this because like this
This is
is
a
out
safe
there.
place.
This is not a safe place. This is going to be on the interwebs. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us on our podcast, ValuNation, presented by Nationwide AMC. We are going to continue our conversation that we were talking about in part one about basic principles, basic ideas, basic things to do when your home is being appraised. So we are going to pick right back up with that conversation. Charlie, how's it going, man?
Fantastic.
Oh, you want to talk about basic? Oh, we're recording right now. This would be perfect. So I felt like a Kardashian. You know, you talk about basic. Like, okay, so it's September, right? And the commercials just got to me. Like, I finally had to go and have a pumpkin spice latte. I got my first one in yesterday. It was, now granted, it was a cold brew, so like I was juiced up, ready for anything. But it gave me tingles. Like I'm
It's
a fool. Like I'm ready for fall, bro.
It's the beginning of September.
I know, and I swear I was like up and down, like telling my wife, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm waiting till October 1, just waiting. And found myself sitting in the car waiting for my daughter to finish her training. And I'm like, Starbucks is right across the street. And they got me. They got me on that pumpkin foam.
See, I think I'd be different if I actually enjoyed the taste of pumpkin. But I am, one of the 2% of Americans, I think, in this world. I actually legitimately don't like pumpkin. So I get to be extra on the hate side when it comes to everybody and their pumpkin mania this time of year, because I don't like it. I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin spice lattes. I like a pumpkin muffin. Like my family, my stepmom makes incredible like pumpkin muffins with cream cheese topping and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, like all out homemade stuff. She is one hell of a baker. And I could take maybe a bite of it and I'm like, yeah, I could kind of see what you people like about this, but no, 2 or 3 bites. I'm just like, I can't take this taste anymore.
That cream cheese frosting on top.
The frosting, I will lick the frosting off the top of that.
Changes the game, exactly.
Yeah, but I thought you were rolling a different direction with this basic thing. I have a confession to make as well. I found a guilty pleasure the past couple weeks, and I really don't even know if I want to admit this because like this is
a safe place.
This is not a safe place. This is going to be on the interwebs.
Interwebs.
Man, I've watched some episodes of Love Island. I gotta throw it out there.
No, did you really?
I did, man.
Oh, man.
I don't know what episode I was, but it kind of hooked me. But they show them, and like when they're getting ready, they have like these little eye patch things, right? Like, because I mean, as a guy, getting older, I'm worried about trying to keep the young looking face going. So I got like some serums and creams and stuff. But they have these like eye things that they put on every morning. It's supposed to help with like the swelling of bags.
The puffiness, yeah.
So I totally did order a box of some, and they came today, and I had them on about an hour ago, right before we started filming, to see what it works. Like you put them in the fridge for a little bit, get them cold. They're nice and refreshing. Like it felt great.
Are they the reusable ones or are they the throwaway ones?
They're the throwaways. Yeah, I came with like a box of 50 or something.
Yeah. So look, I mean, yeah. Again, this is going to be out there, but hey, 2 guys that are traveling, and you always got to be. You're on your game with your suit, with your hair, the shoes. Yeah. Hey, the face, the skin, the moisturizer. You got to be on it.
You have to have it, especially when traveling too, because I mean,
I got
airplanes dry out. Do you really? Yeah, you got the stick on things?
Oh yeah.
Why? So I'm behind the game here. So I am behind the game.
100%. Yes, you are. But hey, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. This is
I have like an eye cream, that you got to put on, but that's just kind of a pain. It's a pain in the butt. I'd rather just stick those on.
Sticky on your hands. Yeah.
20 minutes later, you're like peel them off, throw them in the trash. Like I am a new man.
This is a great way for people to see, behind the curtain of the traveling salesman.
Gosh, yeah.
We're putting it all out there. I mean, maybe we can get a sponsor. One big thing, I just feel like it needs to be said, but stay out of the way. Like, let the guy do his or girl do their thing. They'll be there for 15 or 20 minutes.
Boom, big point right there. We're coming back. Finish what you're saying. We're coming back.
Just stay out. Just stay out of the way. You don't want to be in the guys in their ear. You want them to you want them to get out of your way just as much as the other way around. So, but yeah, go with your thought. Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes typically. Most
It's
of the
not,
time
yeah.
comes with writing the report. But yeah, it's literally just walk and click, walk and click.
That's a
They might ask
huge
you questions.
misconception, though. That's a big misconception. I get that. I get as being, obviously what we are, middleman between the in the transaction. I get a lot of complaints saying the appraiser just mailed it in on my inspection. They were barely at my house, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like they didn't even look at my home. They were in and out. Bang, bang.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with this. I want a new appraiser to come out. No, that is about the time it takes, depending on the size of your home and
No
obviously-
Karen. That is official.
Hey.
What?
easy.
And I say that on
Easy.
camera.
Yeah,
There's
don't-
sorry, all of you Karens out there, and
Don't do that.
all you crazy cats and cool kittens.
Man, I had a huge crush on this girl named Karen back at school.
Was she crazy?
No, she was actually very sweet, very, very nice woman.
One in a million, man.
Hey, she was good. But anyways, unless your house is, and this is going to be, a bigger house, which is going to be a bigger inspection, either where it has crazy dimensions, and the measuring takes longer, and there's more
Bigger square
photos.
footage.
Yeah,
stuff like that, yeah.
15 to 20 minutes. I mean, they circle the outside, use that to help the measuring process, go through the inside while measuring. They're taking a photo of every room. While they're doing that, they are assessing the condition of your home. If you
Clean up
cabinets
after
are-
yourself.
Yeah, if your floors are worn out, if your carpets are going bad, if you got
Right.
scuff marks all over your wall, if you got holes in they are looking at that as they go through and taking their pictures and taking into account, what materials your house is made out of, what upgrades you've made. They may talk to you for a short period of time, like you said, to find out about upgrades. When was the last time the roof was done, windows, etc. And then that's all they need, because the majority of the work, like we said, they're getting an overall assessment of the condition of your home. And so then they're going to go home or back to their office, and that's where the real magic.
Yeah, that's where the magic happens. So to help that magic and get you the most, we'll just say we'll, if you will, out of your appraisal, big ticket items and updates that you've made to the property. We're talking windows, HVAC, new windows, new HVAC system. You can go on and on about big things. Don't tell the guy you. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, the major components. And I know where you were.
Yeah,
I know where you were going with this next point. Continue, sir. Continue.
So yeah, major components like that. Did you just redo the entire kitchen? Did you redo an entire bathroom? Like those little things are going to be helpful. The guy's going to see it. He's going to see the quality. He's going to see. Typically, you can see if it's new and shiny in comparison to what else is out there. But that's just something to help these guys out and make sure that they get you every piece of value that's possible in what you put into it. Another piece that I think is important is 99% of the people that are getting an appraisal done, that are in the home, you're not an appraiser. Don't give the guy that is inspecting your home a list of comps in the area. Do you want? Go ahead.
What else should you not give them? Period.
Oh, you mean like a value?
Do not talk value.
Do not
Especially-
tell
yes.
someone what you think your house is worth. 'cause
So
they don't care.
typically you're only going to be present when it's a refinance, because on a purchase you're not going to be there. So,
Right.
especially on a refi, it's on a purchase, there is a contract price, so the appraiser is aware that you have agreed to buy the house for that much. The market is dictating that, so the appraiser likely is going to take that into account when searching for comps. But on a refi, it's, as we know, it's a blind deal. How much is this house worth? You got to pull this market value out of the blue. What is it? Do not mention what you need for the loan to work to get your loan to value. Do not mention what you think the home is worth. Do not mention a value whatsoever. That is grounds for the appraiser to say he is uncomfortable with the assignment and would like it reassigned. And that isn't on the appraiser at that point, because the appraiser cannot be influenced in any way. And by giving him a number, that is causing influence, because we're all human. The appraiser's not going to forget this. When the appraiser sits down and starts going through their actual comps, they know in the back of their mind what number you were looking for. And it's not right. There's no influence in this business anymore. So
anymore. Yeah.
Are you like, I snuck that in there?
Once upon a time I could text the appraiser myself.
It was the Wild West, typewriters and Polaroids, but yeah,
that's why we're here.
Yeah. So do not mention a value. Do not give them comps. Just be there to answer the questions that they have about your home, and let's go. So now the appraisal is complete. Your lender gets the notification it's done. Your lender emails you a copy within the first, I believe, 72 hours or something like that. They have
within 72. Yeah, I think most are 24, but yeah, they have up to 72 hours. Yeah,
required to send you in 72 hours. So you get your appraisal, and we'll try to fly through this. So what are you looking for? The first thing you need to understand is this is a market-based valuation. This is based on market value, right? It is not a cost appraisal. And so this goes back to, I installed these $40,000 water heater things. I still don't understand exactly what they are. Why isn't there something showing I get $40,000 on my appraisal?
Why isn't there a $40,000 bump? Right.
Yeah, because I installed those since I bought the house. And
I'll give you 2,000. I don't even know. I have no idea what it would come out at.
Everything is market reaction. So
Right.
if this house is the only house in this whole town that has these, how is the appraiser going to show if someone would be willing to pay more for those than the exact same house that doesn't have those? That's kind of how it's done. So if you make everything equal on homes, and one home has those, and it was, let's say, 300,000, and then the exact same home sold in a recent time frame for 280, and then another one sold for 280, then another one pops up that has those that sold for 295. So now the appraiser's going to see, okay, I got 4 homes here, 2 had those, 2 didn't, everything else equal. They're getting about 15 to 20,000 extra for the homes that included those. And so then, yes, you might get an adjustment on the appraisal showing what it is, but that kind of data has to be out there. It's like the MC Hammer thing. You could have like 24 karat gold toilets.
That guy was an idiot. He spent so much money.
But are you going to get extra on appraisal if you're the one house in the state that has gold? No, because there's no way to show there's any market reaction for having that. So
you're right.
That's kind of the way to wrap your head around it, like price per square foot. That's one that gets me every time. It's like, hey, well, the homes in this neighborhood are going for a price per square foot of 200, but the appraisal comes out to be 180. Why isn't it 200? Well, that's a back end number for appraisers. Appraisers don't do a calculation on price per square foot and then input a value. It's a back end thing. It's just a little box, I think, that automatically gets filled in from the numbers that are put on the appraisal. It's not even something to calculate.
Yeah, with the softwares and stuff that these guys have now to complete these reports, you're right. There's a lot of automation in some of that. And I mean, I can't speak for sure whether all of them are like that, but I would assume the most are, because ultimately these software platforms are trying to save these guys like a whole bunch of time, right?
Oh yeah.
To get these reports done. So but yeah, your point to square footage. I've said a lot of guys will submit a rebuttal when it comes to the value because they didn't see enough value or what they thought it was going to be, and they're trying to sell it on square footage.
Price per square foot.
Yeah.
You know what? This goes back to what I was saying with my example. This is the best way I can say it where people understand why price per square foot doesn't matter on appraisal. Price per square foot only can be calculated and used in comparison when all things are equal.
All things are equal.
All things have to be equal for that to work. You can't compare if you're looking at a property that is a 1,800 foot split entry with, let's say, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and your current home is a 2,100 square foot ranch with 4 bedrooms and 3 baths, and the ranch is going for 200 feet per square, or $200 per square foot, and your appraisal comes in and it's 180, sticking with those same numbers I used before. You're like, well, the other homes in this neighborhood you would have to adjust and do so many things to that ranch to get it on an equal playing field to that split entry to make all things equal and then see what the price per square foot, like price per square foot assumes all things equal. And it just,
Right.
I know that wasn't the best way to explain it, but if you just put yourself in that mindset, like this only works if all things are absolutely 100% equal. They have to be for price per square foot to be a somewhat accurate measurement of value. Man, hopefully I just did. Yeah, I mean, Haley.
I mean, you might have lost some people there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know, but
There,
that's something I'm very passionate about, is getting people to understand that, because a lot
I
of
see it.
time is spent on rebuttals, and the most common item that comes back is price per square foot. It's like it's a moot point because all things aren't equal here. You can't use that as a basis for saying this appraisal came in lower than we expected because of price per square foot. But no, there actually has to be comparables that are similar to the subject property that have sold for justifying what you're trying to do.
now let's touch on that real quick. When you're talking about a value rebuttal, now we're looking for, the appraiser is looking at closed sales that are
Recorded, done,
right. Yes.
keys have been transferred.
That all sold at the price point and higher, right? So let me give you an example. You want $300,000 as a value for your home. Okay. Well, it came in at 270. Sorry. Okay. Well, if you're trying to get to 300, you need to have closed comparables in your market that close as on that price point and higher. This is when you're submitting a value rebuttal. Like, there's going to be adjustments. There's going to be, you might get a little bit more. Might be homes that close for a little bit more, but after adjustments down for, maybe a new kitchen, or maybe there's a new bathroom, or whatever can help adjust the value. But the point being is that I've seen a lot of guys submit new comps that were below what the original appraisal came in at.
Price per square foot.
Yeah.
That's so that presenting a comp that is smaller but has a higher price per square foot. So then the thought process is, well, if we give them this comp, then the adjustment to the gross living area on the appraisal report to bring all things equal is going to bump up, the adjusted sales price.
All things equal.
Yeah, being above what we got. So it's going to raise things. But the problem is the report likely contained 3 to 4 other sold comps that are more similar in size already. And so the appraiser is not going to go and add a comp, especially to really, what's the word I'm looking for? Really to change the value, I guess, like influence, to adjust the value based on the least similar property out of the 5 or 6 that are already being compared to. It's just not going to happen. So, but that's more something that gets dealt with in our world, that the borrowers, if anybody is still listening, who is not actually in the business, that's more something that we deal with, that gets presented our way, from the lending side. But obviously, sometimes, especially on refis, borrowers are involved in their rebuttals.
And they're curious. They have questions. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's loan officers who they submit. There's a lot of education that takes place by us educating the LOs and or processors or what have you, in the lenders, because a lot of them feel that they could just throw anything on paper, especially the value that they are desired, and those things get thrown out automatically. So these are things that we have to deal with on our end, to help educate everybody. And so I think that probably rounds out our, quick tips and
what to do on an appraisal. Give them a beer. Don't give them a beer. No, they got to drive.
Well, they probably got to drive.
This made me think. So my tool of the week this week.
Oh, dude,
Can you name that tool?
it's not a wrench. It's a
No, bottle.
bottle opener. Yeah.
This was one of our old swags here. The old Order Pro USA, man. I hate that
Solid.
word swag though. Like who, like, or is it swag? Schwag? No, swag is something else. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's definitely something else.
Swag, your swag bags, like that's got a giveaway, you know.
We
But
we just did one.
these were a good hit. These bottle openers, these were a good hit. They're solid. That's what I used when I used to bartend.
Speaking of swag, let's take this into where you could find us this month
Because we're right beside you.
because we're right beside you. Let's see.
This month, what are you doing this month? I'm gearing up. I got to get all my suits redone for NBA.
Oh, NBA, that's right. Well, before the NBA though, we got September 26th to 27th, the Serbian Lending Conference. We will be represented there. October 7th to the 10th, the big NAM conference out in Las Vegas at Caesar's
I got pulled off that one.
Caesar Palace? What?
That was my first ever nationwide show, you know?
You got pulled off of it? You're not going to be there?
No, oh my God.
Oh, man, you'll be missed. So
that's the one that has the big, that was the one that had the big rooftop party.
Yes. Well, I mean, yeah, Vegas, I mean, you got to go big. We were just in Vegas and we did cigar cutters. Our marketing department did a fantastic job putting swag together. Those things went like crazy.
Oh,
and end of October to end out the big conferences for the year, as you mentioned, NBA Annual, October 23rd to 26th in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee.
Have you booked your hotel room?
I got to do that probably this weekend.
I looked it up. All the ones that are with the show are sold out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I know. I was like, we just get an Airbnb. Like, what does the company think of that? Like, if we all just get like a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom Airbnb.
We've done it. We've done it before. Yeah. So we'll talk about it.
Anyways, I'm excited. Nashville. I've only been to Nashville once. I'm excited to go to Nashville first.
Nashville's a blast. Yeah, we'll have a great time there.
Catch me at Tootsie's, baby. Going down to Tootsie's.
We'll be there.
That's the oldest. Isn't that the oldest bar on Broadway? Tootsie's. That's like the original bar there.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Tootsie's is like.
I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff. Nashville's got a cool party scene.
And that's the one that's like 8 stories, right? There's like 6 different levels.
Kid Rock has one that's like 4 levels.
Yeah,
the blast. They do like a different band on every single floor.
Jason Aldean's is huge. Yeah, no, it's a pretty cool place. I'm excited.
So if you guys are looking for other ways to see what we got going on, where we're going to be, go check us out on basically every social media platform out there.
All of them.
All of them. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What am I missing? Twitter.
Yeah, tweets. Yeah, Twitter.
But go like and subscribe to us on YouTube for this podcast and future ones. Set up the notifications so you know when we're dropping some more heat on ValuNation.
ValuNation, nationwide, AMC.com. Nationwide. We're right beside you.